The mission statement of community yoga is to bring the practice of yoga to populations that otherwise don't have access to the practice of yoga.
I think there is a misconception that yoga is exercise. It is not. It originally was never exercise. It is a form of therapy. So we're not really teaching yoga as you think of it as a yoga studio. We're teaching metacognition, and that's the ability to think about thinking, which is what makes us able to pay attention, inhibit our impulses, to think clearly, to make good choices. So it's considerably, it's very powerful. It's the most important thing you can teach a person.
When we think about a lot of students' lives, be it the fact that they're overprogrammed or underprogrammed in their life outside of school, they don't have an opportunity just to have this kind of self-care.
They don't have the resources that you and I might have. So to be able to give them a tool, a practice of yoga that will enable them to break cycles of violence, addiction, negative thinking, is just a very powerful, very simple offering that can really change a lot of lives.
As we expand the program, this idea of using evidence-based practices, so that it's not just kind of the vanilla flavor of the day yoga, but one that's really consistent in terms of teaching mindfulness or stillness to kids in a meaningful way.
The other thing that you see with this is that kids actually self-select. So with most other therapeutic treatments, you have to drag kids to therapy. With this one, kids will actually come. So that alone is a huge, huge difference.
And I stay in touch with and still practice with many of the people after they leave the facility here. And so it really becomes an enduring community.
Yoga comes in with that level of self-care that we need to have kids understand at a very early age. And if we can do that, then it permeates out into the community.